Here's a bold statement for you. Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow is one of the greatest performances of all time. It's true, you all know it. Some of you are just too afraid to admit it. Anyways, Johnny Depp has been talked about a lot on social media for the past month, of course due to the court case between him and Amber Heard. Now I'm not here to throw shade in their personal debacle or discuss it too much. I'm sure most of you are well aware of the current situation. I'm just here because this all made me reflect a bit on some of the outcomes this court case has provided the land of cinema with. Johnny Depp of course left the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which actually saddens me because he was one of the things I liked most about Crimes of Grindelwald. However, that's not why I'm here today. Johnny Depp leaving the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is way more depressing to me since I grew up with these films and Jack Sparrow is one of my favorite characters ever in cinema. So naturally, when I heard the news that Disney are planning to, or at least have thought of replacing Johnny Depp as this iconic character, it kinda made me lose my mind. Let me tell you why. There are very few characters in film that I truly think are impossible to recast, because the actors who play these characters have completely transcended the threshold that separates the actor from the character. They embody the character, they literally are the character, but these kinds of performances are so hard to come by. There are a lot of these characters where we thought they could never be recast, like the Joker. For a long time I thought that Heath Ledger was supreme to any Joker that had come before him, and I thought that I'd never enjoy the Joker again because it just wouldn't be Heath Ledger. But then Joaquin Phoenix came into the picture and created his very own persona of the character, and although I still think Heath Ledger did it the best, it made me realize that the Joker isn't just Heath Ledger, that actors like Joaquin Phoenix, Jack Nicholson, and Mark Hamill also have great renditions of the beloved character. I sometimes wonder whether anyone could play Snape as well as Alan Rickman did, but then I remember how different book Snape is to movie Snape, and I realized that yes, someone could definitely play Snape in a new and interesting way, and do a great job even alongside Alan Rickman's performance. A lot of people, including myself, would have a hard time ever accepting an actor other than Robert Downey Jr. to play Tony Stark, because he is Tony Stark. All his mannerisms, his way of talking, his mind, it all aligns so perfectly with Tony Stark. A lot of people would claim that Robert as Iron Man is the best performance in the MCU, and I'm almost inclined to disagree, because it's not a performance. He's just the best at being himself. However, there is an argument to be made that since Tony Stark in the comics still has qualities that differ to Tony Stark in the MCU, I don't think I'd ever enjoy the character of Iron Man nearly as much if it was played by anyone other than RDJ, but I have to accept that there's at least a possibility for the character to be rebooted with some levels of success, which is probably true to almost every character in cinema. However, I believe the exception to this is Jack Sparrow. No one can ever be Jack Sparrow the way Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow isn't a character from a series of books or comics. He wasn't a part of the original amusement park ride that the whole series got its inspiration from. Heck, the original version of the character in the script is so different to what Johnny Depp made it. The Jack Sparrow we know and love was born from Johnny Depp's completely unique personality and sense of humor. The first Pirates of the Caribbean film was just going to be an epic fantasy adventure with pirates who betray each other all the time. It would have probably still been fun to watch, but the addition of Jack Sparrow made the film unlike anything we'd ever seen before. Never before had fantasy and comedy been brought together in such a successful way. Jack Sparrow is such a fascinating character who breaks any expectations we had of the film before watching it, and his first scene is a testament to that. The way he clashes with the other characters is just phenomenal, because he's not even the main character. Technically, Will and Elizabeth are. They are our clutch to normality within the story, which is required to make the overall story relatable to us on a more emotional level. But them being there allows for Jack Sparrow to be this completely insane individual who brings all the laughs, all the adventure, all the batshit craziness that this franchise has to offer. He's not a hero, he's not even an anti-hero, because standard filmmaking theory is lost with Jack Sparrow. He just doesn't make sense, but we don't care. We love him either way, and honestly, we can't even really say why. We just do. I mean, yes, we're rooting for Will and Elizabeth, but we're rooting for Jack Sparrow. And all this wouldn't be possible at all without Johnny Depp, because he may not be Jack Sparrow the way RDJ is Iron Man, but Jack Sparrow is a different version of him, a person that only Johnny Depp can become, because it is him. It's all the wacky parts of him that he's always held inside himself to keep up his badass exterior. So no, they can't recast Jack Sparrow, because no one would ever be able to do the character justice. It just wouldn't work. Even if they reboot the franchise and make Jack Sparrow a completely different character, then it just wouldn't be Jack Sparrow anymore, and they shouldn't keep the name out of respect for the character's legacy. And if they choose to keep the character the same and just recast another actor into the role, then it will flop. All another actor could ever do is try to do a good impression of Johnny Depp, and the fans would hate it. However, they can still keep making the films even without Johnny Depp. That's fine. Speaking to the libel case against the son that Depp lost, even if the evidence at this given time mostly goes against Amber Heard, Johnny Depp has still been concluded to have hurt Amber Heard as well, be it in self-defense or abuse. I don't know. His intentions don't matter in this specific case, because technically if he hurt Amber, then the son have the right to call him a wife beater. That's why the court reached the conclusion as well. It's sneaky, but that's the way it turned out. This doesn't mean that Johnny Depp has lost the overall court case against Amber Heard, because with all the evidence supporting Johnny Depp, I think he's eventually going to win. But the fact is that this whole situation is a bad reputation for Johnny Depp and for Disney. So until the final verdict is made, they've chosen to dissociate from him. It's not unheard of that they'd reboot the franchise without Johnny Depp, but if they do that, then they should just leave the character of Jack Sparrow alone and make a new and exciting story. This is not a video pleading Depp's innocence, even though he does seem to be innocent, but I don't want to give my in-depth thoughts on the court case because Johnny Depp has been one of my favorite actors throughout my life, and therefore I'll naturally have a biased viewpoint towards him and Amber Heard's problems. And frankly, it's none of my business. This is a serious and complex situation for both of them, and I just hope that they get to the bottom of it, and that the innocent one comes out of it better. And maybe they're both guilty, who knows? I wouldn't know, as I don't know all the facts, so I can't talk much on it. So for now, it really is none of my business. All I'm saying is that the character of Jack Sparrow is so unique and so intertwined with Johnny Depp's insane and complex mind that I believe the character should never be recast, because no other actor could ever do it justice. And that's of course not to say that Johnny Depp is the best actor of all time, no. It just means that he's the only person who has Jack Sparrow inside of him, and I really hope that they don't try to prove me wrong. I don't want to see that. Johnny Depp is irreplaceable as Jack Sparrow. However, I might be wrong though. Why don't you go ahead and tell me down in the comments what you think about this topic, and whether there are other characters out there in cinema that you believe can't be replaced either. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future content. Join my Discord, the link is in the comments and the description. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe and peace out.